Okay, this is one of two canoes that we had on Saturday practice. And at this point, we people have released, and now they're coming out of the water. But I wanted to take it from the release point. So at this position, notice that number one's hand is back behind his hip, so you can see it right there. Number two, number three, or number four, seat position 4 and 5, your hands are right at your hip. We want you to progress past your hip. So just like number one, we want our hands to progress past the hip and the shoulders to turn back. So if you allow your hand to just be at your hip position, your shoulder will not turn back. So allow that hand position to come back and your shoulder to turn. Now as we progress here with the reach, okay, number one is reaching forward, and at this point he's got his reach. Now everybody should be in sync with him, and it looks good. Everybody's 1 and 2 in particular are good. Notice their elbows are pretty locked. Seat 4 and 5, your elbows aren't locked. You're not straight. But maybe you are. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like you are. But you may be. So that may be just an effect of the video. Okay, at this point, our shoulders should be rotated forward. Now, number two, it's got good shoulder movement. You see, I can see his opposite shoulder, sort of. Number one, you're not turning that well. Seat 4, you're not turning that well either. And seat 5, it doesn't look like you're turning that well either, because I can't see the other shoulder like I can in 1. All right, so everybody's matched pretty well in the reach. Now we progress on, and we're going to the catch. Now, number one is at the catch position right now. Now, 2 doesn't have his blade buried, but he may be in the catch position. His hand's just not down, so his blade is not buried. But seat 4 and seat 5, they're in good timing. So everybody's in pretty good timing at this position. Now, we want your hands to travel along the gunnel, which is that green stripe. So number one, your hand is going down and arcing. Seat number 4 and 5, you're dropping below the gunnels. Okay, I can see that you're pushing forward. It looks like it. And number 1, you're coming way down. Seat number 5, you're also coming down, not as far. And seat number 4, you're also doing that. You want to come along that green stripe all the way back until you release. So number 1 has gone down. He's gone down below the gunnel and come back up. And the same with number 4 and number 5. Number 2. So number 2, look at his hands. It's never below the gunnel. That's very good. That's exactly what we want. The only thing that number 2 I can criticize is not coming back past the hip. So coming back past the hip helps us turn our shoulders. And that's what we want. We want the shoulder turned, okay? And it helps us with synchronization. So number 2 is doing a great job at coming along the gunnel with that bottom hand.